And what of Jeff Gordon, the hottest rookie?
For row 3 today, Bobby Hillin Jr. and the sensational rookie Jeff Gordon. Here we go, 26 cars to be pared down to 14 in this first 125-mile qualifier. Three-time winner of the 125s. On the outside, in number 11, Bill Elliott looking for 4. Is Schrader. Ducks to the inside, and they're 3 wide into turn 1.
Well, he got a good start, Ken, and he's going to take the lead, going or at least past Kyle Petty. Petty's not going to take any chances, as he said. He wants to be around to start on the pole on Sunday, but Schrader, a very good start.
We're already seeing these drivers, that security they have with the car, making moves early. They nail these things down. These guys are ready to go racing.
Kyle Petty looking to the inside for turn 3. Kyle ready to challenge again.
Well, he's not saving too much, is he?
You know, it takes them about a lap and a half to get these cars to full throttle, to get them up to full speed. And it looks like Kyle was a little slow in the start, but he's got it wound up now.
Front row back together to end lap number 1.
Neil, wonder if we're seeing something here. We see Rick Mast in that Ford behind Bill Elliott up on the outside. He could have ducked down on the inside and could have helped Kyle Petty, but he chose to stay up there with Elliott. Is it a buddy-buddy situation?
Ned, we've never seen Ford and Chevrolet as split as they are this week at Daytona, arguing between the manufacturers. I think they've been told, keep these Fords together, keep the Chevrolets together. If you'll look right there, you're seeing 2 definite lines. Chevrolets and Fords separated.
Rick Mast in the number 1 going to second spot. Here's Schrader back on the inside, diving down under, trying to go up to second spot. He's there. Mast on the high side in the 1, and 21-year-old Jeff Gordon, number 24, back there in 4th.
Got him 3 abreast. Kyle Petty right in the center. That's one thing we see with these new cars with the spoilers. A year ago, you could not run 3 abreast. They're doing it right now.
And Kyle Petty don't want to be in that position. He wants to get out of that position as quickly as he can. He just can't get out of it right now.
That's the Daytona 500 pole setter. No matter what happens in this race, and he wants to get out in one piece. And like Ned said, he's kind of trapped in there.
Spin and turn 1.
7 laps complete when they come to the line. Elliott leading, Mast second, Jeff Gordon third, Schrader, Musgrave, Cope, Hillin, Davey Allison, Kyle Petty, Joe Ruttman. The top 10 as they break for turn 1.
This is the first time we've seen them single file on this restart. We'll have to see if they'll go that way and work with each other. Are they going to get some of this side-by-side racing again?
Pole sitter Kyle Petty back in 9th spot after he got caught right in the middle. One place you don't want to be. You feel like you have no control. Harry Gant describes it as like having a pickup truck with a whole load of sand. It pulls the front end right off the ground, and it shifts on every corner. As we watch Elliott here, let's go to Mike Joy.
Ken, that brief caution period should eliminate all these teams' concern about fuel mileage. With those few yellow laps, they all feel they should be able to go the distance.
Thank you, Mike. Coming up into 4th spot, Musgrave. The number 55, Musgrave, making a nice bid. Sophomore driver looking very strong here.
Elliott's comfortably out front there. Rick Mast seems to be content riding on his bumper there right now.
Derek Cope in the Cale Yarborough, number 66, up into 5th spot. Mast hitchhiking in 2nd spot. In the number 1 in the back straightaway. And that 21-year-old stays right there in 3rd spot. Jeff Gordon out of Indiana.
I think he runs so good as a rookie. He's such a good little driver, you forget that he's a rookie. Here's Jeff Gordon mixing up with the best in the sport. I mean, he holds his own with them.
Rick Hendrick says of this kid in number 24, this is my franchise.
I think it's like you say, I think we're going to see these guys just be willing to run some of these miles down. They can't afford to take a lot of chances. They want to see what these cars will do. There's Gordon jumping to the inside.
Fords have 5 of the top 6 spots at the moment, and there goes Gordon shooting down the inside.
Good move.
Right into 2nd spot. Right on the
right up there. Knew he had room in front of Rick Mast to get back in. Very smart move.
Can you imagine what it feels like this young man to take the lead in this race? Here he is, his first chance to go Western Cup racing with a team the caliber of this, and now he's up here fixing to have a chance to lead the race.
5'6", about 145 pounds, an all-racer.
Now look back here about 8th or 9th, 10th place where Kyle Petty and Davey Allison and that group are. Ooh, Mark Martin got a little loose coming off that turn. He's the white car down on the inside of Davey Allison coming off of turn 4.
Again, here's Mike.
Ken, when Jeff Gordon dropped to the inside, that was against their game plan. Ray Evernham told him, you're to ride for 122.5 miles. Get in position and ride. Then the last lap is all yours. He wasn't waiting on it.
Well, I guess he wants to ride in second instead of third. Maybe he feels he'll have a better shot on the last lap if he can stay in that position. There might be some others have something to say about that before this race is over, though.
I tell you, it's hard to tell somebody when they got a car that good not to race.
Now, one thing we're going to see here, we see the first 4 cars running in single file, but some of the other cars beginning to jockey for position back there. That could hurt them. They are able to stay up there.
Here comes Gordon, the 21-year-old, closing up on the 2-time master of the 500, Bill Elliott. Jeff Gordon down to the inside, looking for daylight.
He knows Kyle Petty will come with him, which 2 cars working together in the trap can run faster than 1 car by itself. So he'll just wait for the right place.
They better give him a call from those pits again, because I believe he's getting pretty antsy. He's not liking that following part.
Neil, you won 125-miler on 2 occasions. How's it feel to sit out there looking for that hole waiting? You won one of these races over Richard Petty on the very last lap when you shot him down. What's it like to have to hold that bridle and whoa this thing a little?
Sometimes you know you got a thoroughbred sitting under you, and it's hard not to pull out the whip and pop him and make him go. When you got a good race car, the thing to do is go, not ride.
Last time a driver won 125 in his first start. You go way back on that one, Ned. Johnny Rutherford did it in '63. He was here 8 times in the 500, Johnny Rutherford, but it was 30 years ago, and that's the mark that Jeff Gordon is shooting at right now. Here he comes. Gordon to the inside, Elliott on the outside, Kyle Petty deployed third. First turn is where the action is.
He just couldn't stand it any longer. He figured his car was a little bit faster than Elliott, decided it's time to make the move, and look at him go.
Let's see if they move over and pick Schrader up. They dumped Schrader for the 11 car. We were talking Ford Chevrolet. They got by him, and they dumped Schrader to the inside. I thought they might pull back and pick him up.
Yep, he's down there with no one to help him.
Himself, he's won it with Darrell Waltrip, he's won it with Cale Yarborough in the 500, and he's won this race on many occasions himself, 3 to be exact.
Ken, they might have given Jeff Gordon permission to go ahead. They had the stopwatches on these cars, and they figured he might could lead faster than Bill Elliott was leading. That might be right also, because they begin to pull away just a little bit from these other cars back here.
And I can't help but think, here they're training this young man to go racing. You can train to follow. I'm so sure you learn a lot back there, but he'll learn an awful lot and build his confidence up leading this race.
We'll return to the twin 125s after this message and a word from your local station. For the lead, Petty on the inside, Jeff Gordon on the outside. Down to Petty's pit.
As Kyle goes for the lead, Robin Pemberton, we asked him earlier if he could get the push out of the car. What's he telling you?
He hasn't said a word. We're just doing the best we can. We're going to try to run the whole race without stopping and use this as a test, you know. If it gets too wild out there, we'll just park the car.
Well, he's making it wild right now.
Well, he made a move, Mike, that cost him a position. When he went on the inside, no one went with him. He thought he had enough momentum to do it all by himself, Neil, but he couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, what was interesting about that move, here's an option. Here's the 24 car with a rookie, and there's Kyle Petty, and Bill Elliott went with the rookie and drove behind him and drove him right on back around Kyle. So maybe he'd rather deal with the Gordon car than with Kyle Petty at the end of this race.
I think that's the point, that Elliott would rather deal with the 24 car than Kyle Petty. He knows how strong the Pontiac of Petty is. Now, can Petty get back up there and get himself back in position for any kind of a last lap run?
You know, we're sitting there saying like anybody can go by that 24 car as they want to. Yeah. We really don't know how strong that thing is until right at the end of this race.
Well, it's obvious it's pretty strong.
Early caution eliminated Stan Smith and the Barkdahl number 73 and Kinzer, Steve Kinzer's cars, both wrecked in turn number 1. The speed has climbed up to 161 mile an hour average, however, even with that singular caution in this first 125-mile qualifying race. It continues to be Jeff Gordon fighting up in front for the lead with Bill Elliott. That's been the scramble. Kyle Petty stays in third with Ted Musgrave fourth, Derek Cope fifth, Schrader in 6th. Running 7th is Martin, Davey Allison in 8th, Bobby Hill in 9th, Rick Wilson in 10th. 7 laps remaining in the first 125-mile qualifier. They're now saying the exhaust pipe Del McCoward's car penetrated the windshield, really tore up Mark Martin's machine.
This might be a good opportunity, this little bit of layback, to see if Kyle Petty and Schrader can make this run right here. Those 2 cars worked good at the first race if they'll get back together. Boy, I tell you, Jeff Gordon just jumped right out there, a lot of muscle. There's Kyle down to the inside already.
Bill Elliott's in 2nd. Back and forth is Schrader.
Boy, look how close Elliott is running on Jeff Gordon. That's the way you need to draft. Get as close up there as you possibly can and push him down the straightaway.
6 laps to go. Here's Mike Joy.
Ray Evernham is Jeff Gordon's crew chief. Whatever happened to that find a spot and ride strategy?
Well, he found a spot, and it seems like he's riding in it.
What's the risk-reward ratio of getting to victory lane?
We just want to finish. You know, he's trying real hard to win. We're going to do the best we can.
Just trying to finish.
I think first. Ken, I think, and Ned, I think something to look for at the end. Every time we've seen somebody try to make the pass on Jeff Gordon, he's been real courteous. He's moved over. He's given them that inside line they just wasn't capable of passing. We'll have to see at the end, does he protect that inside and get a little bit more greedy with giving up ground?
It'll be interesting to see. I'm sure he has done a lot of watching. I'm sure he's watched races here on CBS in the past and said, boy, if I was in that position, I would do this. Now he has the opportunity. We'll see what comes out.
The Donlevy car, number 90, is up to 5th, Bobby Hillen. And into 6th rolls Davey Allison, defending 500-mile champion. 2 back to 14. 14 spots coming out of this race and 14 out of the second 125-mile qualifier. After you take out those 2 guys on the pole, Kyle Petty and Dale Jarrett, who secured that several days back.
Boy, I tell you, Bill Elliott is a master at this draft. We saw on that restart when he needed to, Ned, he got right up under that car and pushed him down that straightaway. Watch him roll back here, stay back a few. He's staying back a car length. He's testing to see if that car will pull back up on Gordon. He did it the first lap. We're going to see if he's got enough at the end to do it.
Chevy in 1st, Ford in 2nd, Pontiac in 3rd, laps running down. And so now we are down to it to decide this first 125-miler. 21-year-old Jeff Gordon in front, the 2-time 500-mile champion right there. Elliott in 2nd as they come back down.
Something that might enter into the way this thing plays out is earlier in the race, Kyle Petty had to understanding with Elliott that they would work together. Elliott went the other way. Let's see what happens now.
Final lap. Last time around this 2.5-mile track. Gordon 1st, Elliott 2nd, Kyle Petty 3rd, Schrader Chevy back there in 4th, Bobby Hillen lies 5th.
Looks like Bill's getting him a little bit of running room to see if he can reel him in or not.
Now he backed up. Does he need any help from Kyle Petty? Will Kyle Petty give him any help? Here he comes. He looks at the outside. Now he comes down, looks at the inside. No place to go either way.
Kyle looks in tight. About 20 seconds to pay dirt.
And Elliott closed the door on Kyle going into the turn. He went down and took that bottom groove. Jeff Gordon's going to win this race, fellas.
Out of 4, here they come, rolling to the line. And the rookie from Indiana, it's Gordon across in 1st. The 2-time 500 winner, Elliott in 2nd, Kyle Petty in 3rd. How about that one?
I tell you, just a few years ago, they said, well, how are they going to replace the Pettys and Pearsons? It looks like out of the cradle to me.
We'll be back to meet this real baby qualifier, won by Jeff Gordon. Look again at history in the making as we come down for the youngest winner in 125-mile qualifying history, Jeff Gordon.
The man learned quickly. He kept his car right down on the bottom of the racetrack in the perfect groove around here. They had no chance of making any kind of a pass as they came off of turn 4.
Looks like he was the only guy that knew how good that car was. He didn't want to follow anyone.
He'll start 3rd in the 500. Jeff Gordon of Pittsburgh, Indiana. Let's join him now in victory lane with Chris Economack.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Jeff, I hear you were lost.
I sure was. Man, this was the last thing was ever on my mind. We had a real strong car. These guys, this DuPont crew, they worked real hard, and it's paid off for them.
You need to direct us to victory lane, right?
Yeah, I had no idea how to get here. I just followed all the NASCAR officials, but I'm sure I was going to find my way.
Did you know who you beat, Jeff, in this business?
Well, you know, I mean, these are the best. This is everything I've ever worked for to get to this point. And I didn't ever expect to do this early. And we've got a real strong team. I can't say enough for Hendrick Motorsports, DuPont, and their engines, Valvoline, everybody. This is great.
What about Sunday's 500? Are you ready to win that?
Well, I wasn't ready to win this one, but we did. So you never know. Anything can happen, but we've got an awful good car, and we know that.
Good luck Sunday.
Thank you.
And now to my colleague, Mike Joy.